This is how fast Dubai police work. Hi all, so I'm going to tell you a very strange occurrence that happened to me recently here in Dubai. So we have a number of cars here, two of which we use all the time, which is this one and the Lamborghini. And when Adam is here, I drive the Lamborghini every day because he likes to drive the Rolls Royce. Fine, this is his car. So when he's not here, I drive the Rolls Royce every day. Okay, so while he was here, we were at work on the Saturday and both of us went at separate times because he'd gone to the gym and I wasn't waiting for him. I just headed over to work. And we got home on Saturday evening and I parked the car up at the villa and it stayed there until Monday morning, because on Sunday when we went out for roast dinner at the Guild in DIFC, I said to Adam, look, I don't really want to drive today. I need just like a rest today. I just want to have a day of no driving. He's like, okay, cool. So that was the 30th of November. So on the, I think it was the 3rd or the second, yeah, the 3rd, because the 1st and the 2nd were like bank holidays here. On the 3rd in the morning, I got an alert on my phone. So basically in Dubai, when you're driving, if you are going to get a fine, they send you a text message to your phone, because when you register your car, it is registered to you, your address and your telephone number, or just to you and your telephone number. I don't think it's registered to an address actually. So I check it and it's from Dubai Police and it says you have a fine. No, it says you have, yeah, a fine. Click the link for more information. So I click the link, I go to the Dubai Police website app, and lo and behold, sure as peas is peas, I have a fine on my car. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what that was for. And it says turning in a zone that you're not allowed to turn in. So that means basically someone did a U-turn at a non-U-turn area, I'm guessing. Okay, because there's very specific places where you can do U-turns in Dubai. So I'm like, that's weird. I don't remember breaking any road rules. I'm very like vigilant. I'm a very good driver and better than most of the drivers in Dubai, to be fair. And so I click on the image, sure as peas, is my number plate. A little bit blurry, but it's my number plate. Then I look at the day and the time, and it says the 30th of November at 9:14 p.m. 9:14 p.m. Sorry, I was at home. I didn't drive my car. Now my nephew was staying with me, and he kept saying, please let me drive the cars, please let me. And I was like, no, you're not driving the cars. It's not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. And he asked me like 4 or 5 times, and I was just like, no. So he, you know, that was it. So my initial reaction was that little monkey snuck out, took the car for a little spin, and parked the car up. Like that was what my initial. And then I was thinking, no, it's not possible. There is no way that he could have snuck into my bedroom, got my car keys, snuck back out of my bedroom, taken the car for a spin without me hearing it being turned on. Because when my Urus is a Performante, when it turns on, it is loud, and hence why Adam doesn't drive it, because he gets up early in the morning to go to the gym and doesn't want to wake anybody up. So that's one of the reasons why he drives the Rolls Royce, because it's much quieter. And I'm thinking, and on top of that, he would then have to sneak back into my room and sneak the keys back in my bag. It's just not possible. It was not possible. I did initially think that because he kept asking, but then I was like, and I messaged his girlfriend and I said, did he take the car out? And she was like, no, he wouldn't do that. You told him he couldn't drive the car. And I was like, yeah, I didn't, like, it, you know when you have that split second because like things are not adding up, so you're like questioning. I didn't think he would do it truthfully. Like deep down, I did not think he would take my car without permission. And also it was like impossible for him to get the keys because I carry them in my handbag and my handbag's in my bedroom. So whatever handbag I've used that day goes in my bedroom on my beauty chair until the next morning when I change my handbags over, if I'm going to change my handbags over. So it just wasn't possible. So I'm looking at it and I'm like, oh, there's something wrong here. There's definitely something wrong here. And I feel like I'm going back whatever crazy. I genuinely feel like, what the heck is going on here? Because I'm messaging like the guy who did my car wraps, and I'm saying to him, look, this has happened. What do you think it could be? Do you think someone could have cloned my plates? And he's like, no way. There is no way people clone plates in Dubai, because the penalty for doing a crime like that is so great. Nobody would risk their being here, because they'd go to prison, they'd serve time, then they'd be deported. He's like, it just wouldn't happen. I'm like, okay. He's like, could anybody take in your car? And I said no, because I then at that point checked my CCTV. I've got CCTV. Checked my CCTV, and my car from Saturday the 29th to Monday the 1st was outside my house, outside my villa, on my driveway. And I was like, this is really weird. He's like, there is no way that the radar can be wrong. And I was like, are you sure about that? He's like, yeah, there's no way the radar can be wrong. Like, this is a radar we're talking about. He's like, are you sure your CCTV doesn't have the wrong day and time? I'm like, no, I double checked that. I checked when I looked at it that it was the correct day and time for that moment, and it was. And when I scrolled back, the car was there from Saturday night to Monday morning. So I don't know what's going on. So his colleague sends me this link, and it's like a police website to make a complaint. So I click the link, make the complaint, and this was on Tuesday night, so just the other day, because I'm so busy I forget to do things. So Tuesday night, I click the link, fill everything in, make a complaint. I'm like, this is not possible. My car was parked outside my villa. I did not take my car anywhere. I have CCTV footage to prove it, and the only possible explanation to me is that the radar is wrong, or so you've got a wrong day and time, or someone's cloned my plates. So that was on Tuesday night. Wednesday morning, while I'm getting ready for work, I get a phone call from the Dubai police, and he's like, oh, you made a complaint? And I said, yeah. Told him the story. He's like, that's really strange. And I said, the thing is, the radar can't be wrong, because it's a radar. He's like, yeah, you're right, it can't be wrong, but let me look into it. So he looks into it, and he comes back to me and he says, the 7 is really fuzzy, so I suggest that you go onto the appeals page of the fine and ask for a change of information. So I asked for the change of information. I say, it's not possible, car's parked in my driveway and the 7 is fuzzy, please can you look at it? So bear in mind that this is Tuesday morning. By Tuesday midday, my fine had been removed and my black points on my license had been removed. That is how fast they work here when you are in the right. Imagine that. Super, super fast. So it was just a weird occurrence. Nobody can explain it. I mean, what number looks like a 7? I don't know any numbers that look like a 7, but hey ho, it wasn't my car. Alhamdulillah, I'm so happy. And the way they moved and how fast they worked, you have to give them props, because they literally, he was like, oh, it could take up to 3 weeks. Literally less than 3 hours.